Are you guys ready to see two boys duke it out for some gold? GCW! GCW! The following contest is for the GCW Light Heavyweight Championship. On his way to the ring, he is one half of the tag team of Pretty Arrogant from Hyannisport, Michigan. Weighing in at 190 pounds, the spoiled one, Stephen Kennedy!
GCW Light Heavyweight Championship match on the way here. And there you see the challenger from Hyannisport, Massachusetts. One half of Pretty Arrogant, spoiled Stephen Kennedy. And joining me now at the broadcast position is the manager and advisor to DNS, none other than Sadie Blaze.
That would be the uncrowned tag team champions.
Okay, I'm sorry, the uncrowned tag team champions.
Actually, let's try it again, the uncrowned tag team champions.
Well, that is your opinion. There are several fine teams still remaining in the tournament. Certainly DNS is one of those. But Sean Vincent, Rebecca Reyes are still in the tournament. Pretty Arrogant still in the tournament. It could go any number of ways. But Stephen Kennedy would like to win the Light Heavyweight Championship tonight and perhaps end up as a double champion. But he's got a tough man across the ring from him tonight in Dingo.
Let me ask you a quick question.
All right.
Is this a midget match?
No, this is a light heavyweight match. A light heavyweight championship match.
And his opponent.
They're all so short.
He hails from Melbourne, Australia. Weighing in tonight at 185 1/4 pounds. He is your current and reigning GCW Light Heavyweight Champion. This is Dingo!
You know, I seem to remember some guy holding the light heavyweight title named Makazi at some point. You wouldn't call him a midget, would you?
That was three-time light heavyweight champion.
Or three-time midget weight champion from what you're saying now.
No, I didn't say the light heavyweight belt was a midget belt. I said these two guys in the ring are midgets.
Well, you know better than anybody how competitive this light heavyweight championship is. And there you see the man from Melbourne, Australia, Dingo, who's been a fine representative of that light heavyweight class ever since he's held the belt. And this bout should be a humdinger. Stephen Kennedy, while he's never held championship gold here, has proven himself resourceful enough and with enough chicanery to come away with a title at some point.
You know, I kind of like the way that Kennedy kid wrestles. He really seems to have a handle on my way of thinking.
So could I infer from that you're scouting Kennedy and Jinx a little bit? You know, are you getting ready to sell DNS down the river?
You know what? I don't scout anyone. They scout me.
Okay, comments there from Sadie Blaze. The man who's had traps set all over this building tonight. The trap on Rebecca Reyes backfired with Melvin Talon and the Super Castaldi. How did you get his outfit anyway? Jeez. But it didn't work.
Well, you know, in Cape Girardeau recently, DNS had a tag team match against the Castaldis. And
you eliminated him from the tag team tournament, as I recall.
Yeah, and you know, the Castaldis seemed a little bit too well prepared for that match, so we may or may not have caught him outside the building and took a few things from him.
You're not enforcing your own style of border justice again, are you?
You know what? Whatever it takes.
You know, the security of our borders is up to the federal government, not to you.
Yeah,
and
the federal government. The federal government. Don't even get me started on that. You know, Big Bad Ben supports this government.
Well, you leave the chairman of the board, Big Bad Ben, out of this. Dingo and Stephen Kennedy getting ready to lock up for the light heavyweight title, and Kennedy very hesitant to get in there against the champion. Kennedy wanting him checked for foreign objects. I've never known Dingo to use a foreign object.
Kennedy's just smart, that's all.
Well, sometimes he is crazy like a fox. I've got to give him that. He does come from that infamous Kennedy family with all of that money up in the Northeast. They seem to always have a way of getting themselves out of a jam.
Or a car accident.
Well, I wasn't going to mention that, but nonetheless, I understand his Uncle Teddy's quite proud of him. And we are underway. Bell is gone. Dingo. Dingo and Stephen Kennedy. Locking up in the center of the ring. Half Nelson now into a hammerlock by Dingo. Dingo now with a headlock underneath once again to the hammerlock. He is just wrestling Kennedy right out of his boots right now. Arm drag by the champion into the armbar. Kennedy though. Kennedy with a reversal of his own. Good move by Stephen Kennedy. And it's the spoiled one with the armbar right now. One half of Pretty Arrogant, but an accomplished single star in his own right. Wristlock now by the spoiled one. High suplex by Kennedy. Cover, count of one, and that's all. And Kennedy the aggressor right here. No question about it. Elbow smash right to the top of the head. And now the wrist lock and a leg sweep. Great combination by Kennedy. I've got to give this kid credit. He has come in here prepared. And Stephen Kennedy just zeroing in on that arm of the light heavyweight champion.
Did you expect anything less from Stephen Kennedy?
Well, I've got to say, he's had more of a game plan than I've ever seen him have in any other match before. He's focused. But Dingo, with a front face lock of his own.
Kennedy may be a relative newcomer to Gateway Championship Wrestling, but he's been around the block a few times, and I think he's had conversations with the right people in the locker room, and it's really improved his game.
Over the top goes Kennedy. Rolling reverse. Count of 1, 2, no. Dingo now. Whoa, Kennedy went for the leg sweep. It didn't work. Dingo with a boot to the head now and continues to stomp away. Kennedy did make one small error there, and the champion's capitalizing.
Dingo blatantly cheated by picking him up by the hair, and the referee didn't even bother to call it.
Victory roll, count of 1, 2, and no.
I'm just going to go on record as saying I really don't like this referee, and I don't know why he has a job in this company.
Have you ever gotten along with a referee? Look at this, Dingo. Great elbow roll takedown from a precarious position now. Trying to go into an overhand wrist lock, but Kennedy goes right to the eyes. Come on. You know, Kennedy's a heck of a wrestler when he wants to be, but he has to use tactics like that to get the advantage. High in the air goes Kennedy. Spine buster by the champion. Count of 2, and that's all. Dingo with another boot now. Oh, brother! A second martial arts chop by Dingo. Reversal by Kennedy. High in the air he goes. Look out! Hot shot on the top rope! Face first goes the champion.
Well, that was a great move.
Great combination by the challenger. Count of 1, 2, and no.
You know, I think Patrick Smalls, like most of the fans in this audience tonight, can't count past 2.
Now, Patrick Smalls is a fine official. I don't know why you're casting aspersions upon his character. He has done nothing but a stellar job here in GCW from day one.
Do you think our fearless leader knows what that word means?
Our fearless leader, our chairman of the board, Big Bad Ben, is the one who hired him and has been a great leader for this company.
Yeah, that ought to explain something.
Kennedy over the top, but nobody went underneath him. German suplex from Dingo. You know, one of these days we're going to find out what the crux of this issue is between you and Big Bad Ben, but Dingo on top, count of 2, and that's all. There's got to be some skeletons in somebody's closet.
Well, I'm not going to go into great detail because I don't want to take away from Stephen Kennedy's performance in the ring tonight, but let me just say that from day one I've been held down and held back by Ben, and the time has come. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to deal with it anymore.
Kennedy and Dingo fighting it out now. Kennedy working on the arm, using that top rope, an illegal maneuver, using that rope to bend the arm. You know, that is elevator-style cable wrapped in that rope, so there's hardly any give to it at all. Tremendously painful on the arm. But Dingo now back to the inside. Dingo reverses the momentum. Great maneuver into a hammerlock of his own. A champion cranking on the hammerlock. Kennedy going to the outside once again.
Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant use of your surroundings.
Well, it's using the ropes, which is blatantly illegal. And so Dingo can give as good as he gets. And Dingo now with a situation well in hand with that modified hammerlock. Referee can't get either man to break.
I counted about 70 on that, and Smalls would not break that hold.
Well, this is a championship match, and Patrick Smalls is trying to give a little leeway there like any good official will.
Well, then we need a championship caliber referee.
Just like in the hockey playoffs, you'll see him put the whistle away a little bit and let him play.
Unless they're the St. Louis Blues. They don't do much playing on that ice.
Kennedy with a chop. And another one. Dingo feeling some pain on the floor. But Dingo now with the advantage once again, right hand. Nobody home there. Oh! Kick right to the kidneys. Brother! And the spoiled one with the situation well in hand. This one has gone back and forth.
You know, Kennedy's got a decent arsenal of kicks when he wants to use it.
Oh, come on! Now, I know this is a championship match and you're going to give some leeway, but that should be an automatic disqualification.
Why?
That was a post shot right to the... That was a low blow.
Oh, he hit his thigh.
Head first now to the post. And Dingo, who could sing in the Vienna Boys Choir right about now, is in severe trouble on the floor. No, 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 not this. No, the floor, no, the floor. No, 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 no. Thankfully, Dingo gets out of that position, Russian leg sweep into the rail.
You know, anyway, what I was saying about Kennedy's feet before I was interrupted by your incessant whining about low blows was that Kennedy's feet kind of remind me of someone that I've battled with throughout the years, Mike Sharona.
Educated feet, certainly he had. But I'm very distressed that Kennedy went for a pile driver on the floor. You know, that was a type of maneuver that injured Ted DiBiase's neck, and his neck was never the same after that. And it just shows you what Kennedy will do to win the light heavyweight championship. He'll probably do the same type of tactic going after the tag team championship. But Dingo has gotten the better of this situation. He sends the challenger back into the ring.
As much as I've been singing Kennedy's praises throughout this match, he better think twice before he goes for a move like that with me on the floor.
Kennedy now catches Dingo coming in. Vertical suplex back to the inside. A hard-fought light heavyweight championship match. Count of two, no! We were half a count away from a new champion right there.
I'm starting to think that Patrick Smalls only has 2 fingers.
2 fingers?
Well, I haven't seen him count the 3 yet during this match for Kennedy, and he hasn't taken his shoes off.
He's counted 3 several times tonight, I'll have you know. Once on Melvin Talent, in case you don't recall. Look at that overhead belly-to-belly suplex. And Dingo was in the lights.
You know, I'll have to say that Talent went out there not necessarily to get a victory, but to inflict some pain. And I think we got the job done.
Well, that trap backfired when Sean Vincent came out. But then that briefcase came into play in Jimmy Charisma's match. It's like you've got traps all over this building.
It backfired right into another win for a member of DNS.
But look at Dingo now with those right hands. The champion on the offensive, but Kennedy reverses him again. Oh! There's the Kennedy kick of death, the most overnamed move in professional wrestling. But he did hit it. Cover, count of 1, 2, almost 3.
Oh my God. That's what public school will do for you.
Kennedy with a foot right across the throat. Dingo, a tremendous fighting champion, kicking out before 3. Referee counting the choke now. Stephen Kennedy pulling everything out of his bag of tricks that he can here. And the spoiled one now on the ropes. Just blatantly choking right in front of Patrick Smalls. Right hook. A series of right hands now. The champion may be out on the ropes. Whip reverse, no. Dingo underneath that. Dingo with a fisticuffs now.
You know those are close fists.
And they were the same thing when Kennedy did them. Turnabout is fair play. And Dingo now with Kennedy back on his feet. Kennedy with a reversal. Over the top goes Dingo. Oh! Right hand catches him coming in. To the top. Wait a second! Kennedy using the referee as an offensive weapon.
That's the first thing Smalls has done right all night.
Wait a second, Kennedy from the top rope. He's going for a splash mountain from the top. Oh! That's gonna do it! Count of 1, 2, almost 3. Rolls through this time, count of 2. I thought he had him right there with that splash mountain from the top.
Father Time's gonna die before that guy makes it to 3.
Count of 2 once again. And I've got to tell you, Patrick Smalls' count has been consistent on both sides. I have no complaints.
You know, you got to realize that Smalls is on Ben's payroll.
As am I. As is the whole roster.
You know, we can change that.
Kennedy now from the second. Moonsault pressed right on the small of the back. Where else will you see this kind of action other than Gateway Championship Wrestling? A light heavyweight championship match that we all will remember for a long time, regardless of who wins it. But Dingo fights his way back to his feet. Right hand from Kennedy, trading shots in the center of the ring. Dingo getting the better end of it. Boot to the midsection. This could be that assassination. No, Dingo blocks it. Underneath. Kennedy fights his way out of it. But Dingo blocks him again. Powerbomb, no, Dingo. Underneath. No, Kennedy lands on his feet this time. Boot to the midsection. No, Dingo on his feet again. Backdrop, sunset flip, 1, no, drop kick to the face. A counter for a counter for a counter here in GCW.
I have to admit, that was some great action, and I think Kennedy's fit right in this company.
Dingo underneath now. Hooks him, high near, Dingo driver. Dingo driver, 1, 2, 3. Dingo retains the light heavyweight championship.
It's still GCW light heavyweight champion.
Unfortunately,
Dingo!
Kennedy's still a bit young in this business, and he got caught by a veteran move. With a little guidance and direction, I think Kennedy can go places.
A fine bout here, Dingo, your winner, and still light heavyweight champion here in Mount Vernon.
Let's hear it one more time for Dingo!